My channel Let's Trade Smart. On this channel, we analyze gold, Bitcoin, silver, crude oil, and almost all major charts every week to understand what the market might do next. If you haven't watched my last week's Bitcoin video, I recommend checking it out. In that video, we discussed the overall trend and the bigger targets for Bitcoin, but in this video, we will focus only on the current market scenario and try to understand what Bitcoin might do in the coming week. So let's start with the chart. Right now, Bitcoin is trading around the 71,000 level. If we look carefully at the chart, we can see that the market is moving inside a clear range. On the downside, we have a very important support around 60,000, and on the upside, we have a strong resistance around 79,000. So at the moment, Bitcoin is basically moving between these two levels. Buyers are defending the market near 60K, while sellers are becoming active near 79K. Recently, the market bounced from the 60K support, which shows that buyers stepped in at that level. Because of this bounce, the price is now slowly moving upward again. If this upward movement continues, the next important level to watch will be the 79K resistance area. This is a very important zone because strong sellers are likely sitting there. Many times in the market, price moves toward resistance, attracts buyers, and then suddenly gets rejected. So one possible scenario is that Bitcoin moves up towards 75K to 79K, and then faces strong selling pressure. If that rejection happens, the market could start moving down again. The first downside area to watch would be around 65K, and after that the market could revisit the 60K support once again. And if the selling pressure becomes stronger and the 60K level breaks, then the market could drop even further as many stop losses would get triggered below that support. That kind of move can sometimes create a sharp drop in price. But we should also keep the bullish scenario in mind. If Bitcoin manages to break and hold above the 79K resistance, then the market structure would start turning bullish again. In that case, the next possible targets could be around 88K to 90K. So for the coming week, the key level to watch is clearly the 79K resistance. If the market gets rejected there, we could see another move back toward the lower range. But if the market breaks above it, Bitcoin could start another strong upward move. So keep an eye on these levels, manage your risk, and always wait for confirmation before taking any trade. Now let's move to the daily chart of Bitcoin and see what the market is telling us right now. If we look at the left side of the chart, we can clearly see that Bitcoin experienced a strong drop earlier. The market moved down very quickly and created a lot of fear among traders. After that sharp fall, the market did not continue falling immediately. Instead, it started moving sideways and slowly stabilizing. This tells us that the market has entered a consolidation phase. Right now, Bitcoin is basically moving between two very important levels. On the downside, we have a strong support around 60,000. This is the level where buyers previously stepped in and stopped the price from falling further. On the upside, we have an important resistance around 79,000. So at the moment, Bitcoin is trading inside this range between 60K and 79K. You can think of this like a battlefield. Near 60K, buyers are defending the market. Near 79K, sellers are waiting to push the price down again. Now if we focus on the recent candles, we can see that the market is slowly moving upward again. The price is making small higher lows, which means buyers are trying to gain some control in the short term. Because of this upward push, the market may try to move toward the 79K resistance area. This is the next key level that traders should watch very carefully. If Bitcoin reaches this zone, two different scenarios can happen. The first scenario is rejection. Many times the market moves up toward resistance, attracts buyers, and then strong sellers step in. If that happens here, Bitcoin could get rejected from the 79K area and start moving down again. In that case, the price may first move back towards 65K, and later it could revisit the 60K support. And if the selling pressure becomes stronger and the 60K support breaks, the market could fall even deeper as many stop losses get triggered below that level. But there is also another possibility. If Bitcoin manages to break above the 79K resistance and hold above it, then the market structure would start turning bullish again. In that situation, the next possible targets for Bitcoin could be around 85K to 90K, where the next supply zone is located. So for now, the daily chart is telling us one simple story. Bitcoin is currently trapped between 60K support and 79K resistance, and the next big move will likely start after the market reacts to the 79K level, so keep watching this zone carefully, because the reaction here may decide the next major direction for Bitcoin. My opinion, to understand the current Bitcoin scenario, we do not really need to go down to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour time frame is mostly useful for short-term trading, quick trades, or scalping. But for understanding the overall situation of the market, the higher time frames we discussed are already giving us a clear picture. Now the real question is, how will Bitcoin perform in the coming week? That is something we will continue to watch as the market reacts to these important levels. So let's see how the market behaves, and we will discuss the new developments in the next video with a fresh analysis. If you are finding my analysis helpful and easy to understand, don't forget to like the video, share it with other traders, and subscribe to my channel Let's Trade Smart. And if you would like me to analyze any commodity, index, currency pair, or a specific stock, you can simply mention it in the comment section, and I will try to cover it in the upcoming videos.